I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Welcome back to this lecture on time and time administration. These videos are longer than comedy skits, but they are not as long as football matches. But they have longer lasting effect on your life than watching movies. These ones will move you forward more than movies will do. So let's take the 30-year-old young person looking at me. I don't want to talk about the 60-year-old person so that people will not go into panic attack. Remember to subscribe to this channel. So let's assume that you have 60 years left at the age of 30 if you are going to live up to the age of 90. If you sleep 8 hours every day, you have 8 over 24 times 60, which is 1/3 of 60. That means you have 20 years of sleep out of the remaining 60 years if you are 30 years today. That means effectively you have 40 years of waking experience left. 80 years of waking experience. 40 years of waking experience left, waking lifespan. That means you have 40 years of being awake. And as I said in the previous video, the last 10 years of your life might not be very, very busy. So you have only 30 years left. So at 30, if you are going to live to 90, you have spent 1/3 of your active life, and you have only 30 years left. That means you have spent 60, you have spent half of your life at the age of 30. And now out of the 90 years. Now, one funny person will tell me that, what about George Soros? The kind of life that George Soros is living, you are not living it in Africa. The kind of food they eat, the kind of Medicare they receive, the kind of environment, the kind of peace they have, you don't have it. You will say Warren Buffett. I will also say that those people planned their lives very early, manage their lives very well, and understand these principles I am talking about. You will say, what of Tinubu? You are not Tinubu. Go and check his records. He started very early. Okay, you want to talk about Paul Biya. Paul Biya is the president, started early, managed his life well, planned well, and he is now living on the country, taking care of his health and his liabilities. You talk of Buhari. Buhari became a military governor of Gongola State at a very young age. Gongola State is no longer in existence. Became petroleum minister. They became several things. DT Spiv, Gowon, a lot of these people you see today. They became prominent citizens and took responsibilities at a very young age. Don't deceive yourself. Let me also tell you, I am an ordained clergyman. I have an honorary doctorate degree in theology from a university in America. I understand organized religion very well, more than you. I'm a player, but you're a commentator. Don't let one pastor deceive you. Oh, our lifespan is 120 years. In Africa, 120 years. Don't let your daughter treat you like a witch, like I saw one girl treating the mother from one of the southeastern states. Don't become a burden. May you not live to a point where people carry your excrement and carry your urine and they avoid you and they pray that you pass away. Now, all these pronouncements you receive from us, one of the greatest frauds, greatest deceptions, greatest enslavement is organized religion. Organized religion. Organized religion. I understand organized religion. Be your own general overseer. You can belong to a church. I belong to a church. I'm an active participant. I contribute my bit. But be a personal overseer of your life. This year is your year of this. This year of your year of this. That this week is your week. Boy, we have passed that level. We understand what it takes. We understand the reason for several of the doctrines that are being peddled and emphasized. I know why they do them. I know why. I am in the dark room. I understand how the film is developed. Don't come here and talk rubbish that you don't know. Forgive my language, but people really talk rubbish. When people have known the truth and they start teaching you from their revelation, they must have made mistakes in the time past. Keep quiet. I was listening to Papa Ayo. He said that principles determine how you do well in life. That the miraculous will not make your life do excellently. I can't quote him exactly. Some small boys were talking, but you preached me the miraculous. You did crusade. Blah, 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 blah. You did this. Shut up your mouth. What your father is seeing sitting down, you might not see it on top of an iroko tree. These are men who have passed through the system. They understand the reality. If a Beldamina is now preaching something different, shut up your mouth and listen carefully and stop talking when you don't know. If Charles Awuzie is saying something, keep quiet and listen, not because he's an Igbo man with you. Keep quiet. These are people who were in the system, who know how the systems work. Don't let any man use religion to imprison you. The prison is in the mind. Follow Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ. It means that as long as Paul is following Christ, you should follow Paul. If Paul is no longer following Christ, leave Paul and follow Christ. Follow Christ. So don't let any religion give you false prophecies. Pastors are dying, their wives are dying before the age of 60. Some are dying at 50. So learn to plan your life and manage your life well and apply your heart to wisdom. So, if you spend 4 hours every day in traffic, to and from work, to school run, to the church, to this, to that, you will find out that 4 over 24 times 30 is 5 years. That's 160. 5 years. So out of the 30 years left, out of your 90 years, you have only 25 years of daytime productive activity. Productive activity, fruitfulness, not existence. Living, that is living. Being like God, not just existence. Remember, you are just 30 years old, and if you are going to live to 90, you have only 25 years of active living if you stay in traffic for 4 hours every day. My productivity increased tremendously when I came to Ughelli, a suburban economy where traffic is very minimal. And so I'm able to run to the printer, go to work, do this, do that, go to church. Most times, I always ensure that my businesses are close to my residence. When I was practicing medicine, throughout my practice of medicine, it was like that. I lived in the hospital at one time, lived in the clinic at another time. When I started my own, I lived there. When I opened another place, I lived a stone throw. They had to open a gate behind the residence so that I could easily trek to Ikotekpene Road from Ebema Street. Saved time. Today, I trek to church, I trek to work, saved time. So there's a certain age you reach. You need to leave the congestion and the traffic to a place where you can save time. We'll come to that. So if you are 40, 50, 60, boy, time runs very fast. Time runs very fast. Time is very relative. If you are discussing with a lover, time runs very fast. But if you are seated with somebody who is irritating, you always want to go. If you are going for a journey, when you are driving towards the destination, looks very far. But when you are coming back, it becomes shorter. If you put a child in a spacecraft traveling at the speed of light, time changes. Time changes. Because the distance covered within a space of time is so long, so much, time changes. The perception of time changes. Research has shown that if you put a child now, just in quotes, in a spacecraft like the Voyager, traveling at a very terrific speed, after 100 years, if you bring the child back, the child will look very young, much younger than somebody who stayed on Earth here. Time is a relative asset that you must know how to measure. So if you spend 2 hours every day watching television, Telemundo, the problem with poor people is that poor people watch successful people on television. I hardly watch television. When I do, I study television. Poor people like entertainment. They like watching successful people, Telemundo, all the Big Brother Naija. You will be voting and doing that. You don't win an award. Manchester United, Chelsea, this, you know all the players, their transfer fees and all that. The maximum you earn is your television commentary salary. And then you spend money being their fans, pay their gate fees, like me now wearing Chicago Bulls. I've never been to Chicago. Don't let people hear. I've never been to the United States. Don't let any person hear. I've never been to the UK. Don't let any person hear. Even my child in Germany, I've never gone to see him. Don't let any person hear. So that's a secret between us. So the thing is, if you spend 2 hours every day, frivolities, you will have spent 2.5 years on frivolities. If you remove 2.5 years from the 25 years that is remaining, when you are now 30, is 22.5 years remaining. Now, assuming you are 40, it will be 12.5 years remaining. Now, if you are 50, I don't want to go into that. If you are 50, imagine if you are 50, it's just 2.5 years of active living that is remaining. And so just be thinking. So if you are 60, you are owing time. You are owing time. If you are 70, you are in the departure lodge. So don't let any person use religion to deceive you. But you can buy time. And we're going to look at buying time in the next video. You can buy time. You can save time. You can even steal time. You can steal time. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Please share this video with as many people as possible. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Press the like button. Press the notification bell. And then my mentoring group on WhatsApp, +234 7052 136763. And then go to my online bookshop, petrapublications.com. And as I told you, we have properties for sale. Something shocked me. A property we sold in the early part of this year for 35 million for 1 acre. Somebody is ready to buy 150 by 100 for 8 million to 10 million. That means something that somebody bought for 35 million in January is now going for about 80 million in January. What kind of wealth is that? What kind of wealth is that? And we keep saying these things. You are sitting down somewhere. The best time to buy is now, and the best time to sell is later. It's like ritual money. No wonder one pastor went to block my street. He said, Dr. Apoki does ritual money. I've been in real estate since I was about 28 years old, 26, I'm 27, 28 years old. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. You can contact me on +2347052136763. The administrator will send your message to me. God bless you.